shadow is the light. Look up at the sky. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. No, it's Throwback Wednesday Season 4 making a valiant and triumphant return. What is going on, guys? Shadow Gamer AX coming at you with that brand new season of Throwback Wednesday Season 4 premiere, and I hope you guys are ready for this because today we're going to be talking about none other than Sukeban Deka, a Sukebane classic. So for those of you that don't know what a Sukebane is, it's mainly your typical bad girls, kind of like what Ryūko from Kill la Kill is, and there is a similarity to Kill la Kill and Sukeban Deka. So if you want to know the full story, I also will leave the original source that I found in the description down below, and as always, stick around because we're gonna have some fun. Now for this season 4, we're gonna have this thing where you guys can follow along with me as I discuss these things, and as I give you the information and read out the information so you guys don't have to listen to me mumble around for 10, 20, 15 minutes. But with that being said, let's begin with this amazing series, guys. So, Sukeban Deka, I don't think it's a shoujo because it's an entire... I think of it as its own unique genre, which is Sukebane. So, I don't know, like, they marked it as a shoujo series, but I can't really tell the difference because, you know, I don't think it's a shoujo whatsoever. But anyway, this wonderful series is written and illustrated by Shinji Wada, and serialized on Hana to Yumi. Sukeban Deka has adaptations for 3 live-action television series, an original OVA, which is like an anime adaptation, technically, of 2 episodes, and I'll get into those 2 in a second, and 3 feature films. So this show kind of kicked everything off for the Sukebane genre. Now, as for the plot, it goes something like this. A 16-year-old delinquent schoolgirl named Saki ASAMIYA is offered by the police to become an undercover detective to escape prison. She initially refuses, so the police blackmails her by offering her to pardon her mother, who is on death row for killing her husband, eventually forcing her to accept. Put under tutelage of Officer Jin, we'll call him, she is given a metal yo-yo that doubled as a weapon, as well as a police badge, and made to infiltrate high schools around Japan to investigate and stop criminal activities. Her first destination is her former high school, Takanawa High School, where Saki's place has been taken by the 3 Mizuchi sisters and their ring of illegal activity. Even though this show has 2 episodes for an OVA, it has the amount of an hour per episode, which is kind of a completion of a movie, basically. So 48 minutes on episode 1 and 46 minutes for episode 2. So you can pretty much, you know, get the kind of gist of what I mean by like a movie, a small little movie. I think of those episodes when like OVAs, when they have that many episodes, as like kind of like a movie, because you don't know what you're gonna expect. But this anime is very entertaining, not because it's a Sukebane series and not because it has like a certain uniqueness to it that makes it like very unique. It's because the damn thing was so damn popular that it has 3 adaptations for live action shows, movies, you freaking name it, man. And they were going all out with this type of stuff, and it's a shame that you don't really see these types of 90s awesomeness that this had. Like, literally, it's very much a shame that we didn't get anything else. Like, we didn't get more of this type of genre, because I really fell in love with this type of, you know, show, and also this type of genre, because it really does have a great pound of impact. still. It still could work to this day. I mean, that is, if people had an open mind, if people weren't actually butthurt all the time, that would be kind of nice too. But on the flip side, I also understand that it could never work in this day and age because of certain people. But I digress on that matter. But what makes this unique and similar to Kill la Kill is the fact that if you look on the live action adaptations and the TV series, see this background in the anime, right? Where she's standing there and has a little paint of her on the wall. But in Sukeban Deka, the live action TV series, it has literally the same kind of background, and that's what makes it interesting and cool. And I think the creator of Kill la Kill had such a fascination with Saki and how she was written and how she was designed. I genuinely think that this person was a fan of Sukebane Deka. I mean, for a series that really ran for two OVAs, 3 live action TV shows, and 2 movies adaptations, you're gonna find that there's a lot of people that really still remember this series in Japan, or at least remember it and for what it was. I want to say this as a positive thing, because you know what? I think partly what Ryuko's character was based off of was Saki ASAMIYA's character from that live action adaptation, and it's awesome to see this. Like, it really is kind of interesting, and it really is. I'm not taking anything away from Kill la Kill, because I think it was also a great damn series overall. I'm just saying that this creator of Kill la Kill must have been a huge Sukebane Deka fan, and that's something I can really respect, because art and filmmaking is something that's never really appreciated as much as it really should be. And that's something that I can very much respect on creative grounds like this. Seeing that really kind of was very interesting, to say the least. And I can totally respect both Kill la Kill and Sukebane Deka, because there's a lot of things and a lot of references within the show that are also in anime, and that is something very interesting. Not to mention that the action, so you're getting at least like a anime version of CSI, basically, but in movie form. I think that this is a awesome little detective show, and I would recommend it highly, man. This show had a lot of awesome themes, and it had a lot of awesome action and drama and pretty much everything that a crime anime and detective anime should have. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out for the OVA. It's going to be difficult trying to get your hands on the... It's going to be difficult getting your hands on the live action stuff. Mainly because I don't think there ever was a release date, or like any type of Western release for the live action stuff, movies, and so on. So I think the only thing that's really available in the West is either, I think, the manga and the OVA, basically. And don't worry guys, if you want to see a dub version of this OVA, it is in sub and dub form. So rest assured on that, whichever you prefer. I'm not picky. I love old anime just for the fact that it's just something to really admire, and just look back and think, Jesus, there was all kinds of shows that I've never fucking heard of that I should have known about. Damn. And even once upon a time, I haven't heard of this show until I seen a video about this documentary by this YouTuber, Kenny. I will link his channel and video in the description down below, like I said in the beginning of the video. Credit and shout out to him, because if it wasn't for this dude, I wouldn't know what Sukebane Deka was and is. I mean, I can't believe that there's a lot of shows out there that we've never even heard of before. And I've seen this like 2 years ago, and kind of slipped my mind after I seen the whole OVA. But it is always wondering, like I always wondered what would happen if we actually got a continuation of that OVA. And I also think it could have done very well, especially in the early 2000s, and I wonder why we never really capitalized on that idea. Because, you know, a lot of people would have loved to see a continuation of that story. I would. But, you know, what is done is done. But you know what? I can dream, can't I? But anyway, Sukebane Deka is an awesome OVA, and it's an awesome series, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. And also, on that note, I want to thank each and every single one of you for coming in here and listening, hearing me out, guys, and hearing what I have to say on this wonderful, amazing anime. And I hope to share my experiences with you guys with years to come and countless more times over and over. I just love what I do on this show, and I love being able to share my passion with others who are willing to listen and give me a shot. So to you guys that's been sitting here for at least 10 or 11 minutes, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. I love you all to death. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful day and night, afternoon, wherever you guys may be. And I'll see you wonderful people in the next video.
We'll be right back.